Is Dubai a tax-free zone? Read an article quickly just to give you guys some facts. Dubai is one of the most lucrative and investor-friendly destinations in the Middle East. Its proximity and easy access to Asia and other countries make it an ideal investment hub. There are several free zones in Dubai that offer facilities for businesses to grow. As a result, Dubai has become a haven for budding startups and established multinationals alike. Let's find out more about these Dubai free zones and what they have to offer. Essentially, free zones or free trade zones in Dubai are business zones where companies operating in them are exempt from all types of taxation such as value-added tax, that's VAT, income tax, corporate tax, and customs. Business owners in the free zone areas in Dubai have 100% ownership of the business. The aim of these zones is to encourage foreign investment and promote economic activity in the city. Dubai was actually the first emirate to introduce the free zone model in the UAE. What an interesting article. I'm actually gonna put a link of the article on the description so you can read the rest of the article yourself. But it gives us a bit of an idea, especially us as entrepreneurs, on how most of these companies are set up. Ever heard of people saying they're setting up their companies in Switzerland? They've got offshore accounts. You know, you've heard of rich people saying they've got offshore accounts. And I'm sure a lot of you guys who are YouTubers do know that when they do get to pay your monthly income from YouTube earnings, from your YouTube earnings, you find the message there that says Google Ireland, because as much as Google is an American company, but you can actually see that it's registered in Ireland. Ask yourself the question why. There's a reason for that. A lot of companies, they are set up in what they would call tax havens. Okay, there is load shedding. Clearly we are not at a tax haven in South Africa. We'll still have to deal with load shedding issues. But an interesting thing is that in the suburbs here around Sandton and these areas, we don't even have an inconvenience. It's load shedding, immediately the generator kicks in. I guess that's the reason why a lot of the politicians, they don't even see it as an inconvenience for them. I don't even think it's at the top of their agenda to fix the load shedding issues. Because clearly, just like what you've just experienced, you've just seen, generator kicks in. So it's like what, a 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 seconds inconvenience, and then life continues, life moves on. So they don't get to feel the pain that majority of South Africans feel in Makasi and also in rural villages. But that's a conversation for another day. Let's continue with Dubai. A lot of these business people set up all of these, they set up in all of these tax havens, as they would be called, so as to pay either less tax or no tax at all. And while I am still on that, I once did a video that actually focused on tax havens all over the world. Let me just might as well Google tax havens in the world, just to give you a bit of an idea that it's not only exclusive to Dubai. There's many other countries out there that are tax havens where a lot of business owners from all over the world globally, that's where they set up their businesses. The Cayman Islands, the Bahamas, Switzerland. You've heard of a lot of rich people who have got Swiss bank accounts. It's for the same it's the very same reason mostly. Singapore, Bermuda, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Hong Kong, British Virgin Islands, United Arab Emirates, Malta, Monaco. You've ever heard of a lot of rich people that go to Monaco, either for F1 racing, for fun, for whatever reason, but it's a lot of the time rich people that would go there. United Kingdom, Jersey, Panama, Mauritius, Cyprus, Isle of Man, Sweden, Ireland, Denmark, Portugal, Anguilla, and there are more. Some of the tax havens in the world where a lot of multi-millionaires and billionaires get to set up their companies. And I think these are some of the things that we need to look at as entrepreneurs. And I've been very open about my tax issues with SARS. You guys do know that I was slapped with a 16 million rand bill. Obviously, it also includes penalties and some interests, etc. And you know, I had hired a company, accountants, to help me take the figure down. But it's been difficult, and as you would know, that I am teaching. I'm using myself as a sacrificial lamb, as a teachable moment for younger and budding entrepreneurs to say, one of the mistakes that people like me have done over the years is, as much as we're preaching entrepreneurship, ownership, brand building, marketing, etc., we failed to focus on the tax issue. Consult professionals, consult tax practitioners, consult accountants and people who are more knowledgeable about tax issues in South Africa to help you, so you don't get to be in problems at a later stage, especially all of you guys that are either self-employed, entrepreneurs, creatives, athletes, musicians, DJs, dancers, and the like. Take my advice. It's not a nice thing. It's not a good thing. Take my advice. It is not a good thing at all. It can really mess up your life at a later stage. So these are some of the things that you need to take care of now. But anyway, speaking to those that are chasing generational wealth and those that want to be very wealthy, very rich, those are some of the things that we need to consider. I mean, we've heard on interviews people such as Andrew Tate speak about Dubai and how much of a tax haven it is, that they either pay less tax or they don't pay any tax at all. And some of these other countries that I've just mentioned, these are tax-free zones where you can go out there and set up your business. You can go to Mauritius and set up your business there, and you're gonna pay something as little as, like, I think 15%. This is in Mauritius, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this one. Go do your own research, consult professionals, and there are professional companies that can help you from anywhere in the world on the internet to help set up your business. I mean, I even know that in Dubai you can even set up your business in just 3 days. So as much as a lot of us complain and say there's corruption, this and that, we complain about service delivery issues in our communities, in our townships, but then there's rich people who get to use smart ways by consulting professionals in helping them either evade tax, pay less tax, or set up their companies in tax-free zones. Go consult professionals who are more knowledgeable, who can give you a better advice rather than me. But for me, it's just food for thought here. I just want you to do the dishes on this one. Do research it. If you think or if you feel you'd like to become a multi-millionaire many times over, if you feel you'd like to become a dollar millionaire or a dollar billionaire, I think these are some of the things that you need to consider, because we do get to pay a lot in tax issues. As much as we complain about service delivery and tax, etc., us as ordinary citizens of the country in South Africa, you can only imagine hard-working business people, their tax bracket that they're in. I mean, I'm obviously one of them who's at the highest tax bracket in the country, and pretty much half of what I make goes to the government. So there is another option for you guys to explore some of these opportunities of setting up your businesses overseas, but make sure that it's done correctly. You abide by the rules and the laws, rules and regulations of the governing countries, and also South Africa, because as much as you're going to be based here but your company is registered overseas, when you trade, there's a lot of things that you would need to understand as to how careful you need to be, how careful you should be in transacting and dealing with your clients, with your quotations, your invoicing, and how you move money around legally, not illegally, because we all have heard of other people who do it illegally, but you can do it legally by reading such articles, by delving yourself more into this type of knowledge and consulting professionals, asking as many questions as possible so you can be more knowledgeable on how you can create this generational wealth instead of just only be based here in South Africa and just have this mindset of I'm a South African, I am based here, I'll just pay my taxes here and grow my company here. There are other ways on how other business people are doing it, either paying less tax, and some of them they pay close to no tax at all. I mean, go and listen to a lot of Robert Kiyosaki's teachings. He'll tell you about how many wealthy people not only dodge tax but legally do not pay tax because they've got people that help them do that. He's even come here, I've spoken alongside him, I've interviewed him as well, and I've had conversations with him when every time he comes into the country, he's always with his, he calls him his business advisor, but I think it's, those types of people that help him get to either pay less tax or pay no tax at all. And trust me, that's how a lot of people have become wealthy, because they pay no tax. While you and I hustle, work hard every day, and we eventually get to pay a lot of tax, and sadly politicians get to even eat that money. You know, you and I get to feel the pain even more because we're in the highest tax bracket in the country. I mean, geez, how much money do we pay in tax? But with that being said, in closing off the video, once again, I'd like to reiterate and say, all you youngsters, all you young entrepreneurs, all you creatives, DJs, musicians, all you dancers, athletes, football stars, all of you guys, make sure that your taxes are in order. And you're hearing it from somebody who's learned the hard way. Go sort out your taxes right now rather than later. I love you guys very much. I'll keep sharing and blessing you guys with more game as I go for free. I don't want any of your money, but I just want to keep sharing this type of info because I do know that it's valuable info for a lot of entrepreneurs and hustlers out there. I'll see you guys in the next video.